This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press, and I am here with UFC flyweight Andrea KGB Lee, who's going to be stepping up to take on Gillian Robertson at UFC 256 on December 12th. Andrea, how are you? It looks like you've been having a hard day of training. Is everything going all right for this camp?
Yeah, everything's good. I did have a good hard session earlier today, and I've got another one tonight. We've just been since taking it on the short note. I mean, I've been training. I haven't stopped training, but now it's time to kick it up a notch. And train like I've been in fight camp. So another hard session tonight, and tomorrow's sparring. So we're in it. We're in the thick of it now.
So to break it down, I think we found out about it Friday, if I'm not mistaken. When did they first reach out to you or your manager and say, "Hey, would Andrea be up for a fight on the 256 card?"
It was probably like 2 days before that. And they reached out, asked me if I wanted to fight. I didn't know who the opponent was, but I wanted to fight before the end of the year, and fighting before Christmas makes it even better because I'm like, yeah, Christmas, Christmas money, Christmas. Plus, I've been moving, so I've been spending a lot of money trying to get situated. So, bills and stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I need to fight, and I really wanted to get back on track with things because of my last fight and the last couple of losses that I've had. I feel like I've had too much time between those losses, and I just want to like get back on the saddle and, go full force and get back in the win column.
I know that the 256 card, it's taken quite a couple hits, especially at the top. You've had like two, three title fights now get pulled off of that one for different reasons. It looks like they're trying to add that, extra kick to it. They really still want it to be a big event. Is it
Yeah.
flattering knowing that, hey, you know what we really need is some people who are going to be exciting, and they're like, let's call that Andrea Lee girl. Let's see if she could get in here and help us out.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I mean, especially since like I said, the last couple of fights, I think I still fought well, but they weren't wins. So I'm glad that they're still putting me on big name cards. I didn't even realize that it was a big card. I knew it was on the same card as Tisha, but I really wasn't. Like they have so many fights like every weekend. It's like I can't keep up with the dates. Which one's the pay-per-view event? It's like. So to me, I was just taking another fight. It didn't matter what card it was on, I just was happy to be able to get back in there before the end of the year. But yes, it's flattering, and I'm happy.
Talking about Tisha, because I know that you were helping her out for her camp with Angela Hill, if I'm not mistaken. So, were you already done with your part of it, or did you like leave early because you had to start your camp for Jillian?
Um, well, I was only scheduled to be down there a week. I didn't even know
Okay.
time that I was going to be fighting, or even on the same card as her. I found that out like after I had gotten back. Like the week later. It was a week later. So, cause as soon as I got back, I was like, man, I gotta be out of my apartment within like a couple of days. I gotta pack everything up. So that past week, like all I was doing was just moving and organizing things. And then I got the call, and I was like, well, crud, I haven't done anything this past week. I trained with Tisha the week before. This past week, I was like, just focused on moving and getting everything unpacked. And then I got that call, and I was like, well, I mean, I'm in shape. It's just, it's been a few days or whatever. So I was, you know, like, let's do it. Um, but it being on the same card as Tisha, I think that's pretty cool. And I got some really great work with her, and it was really inspiring, to be out there with her and push with her. So I feel like that helped me out a lot. I'm glad I did that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be taking this fight.
I hear you. To talk about it, you have mentioned it a few times now. A couple losses. Some of those have been close. They've been spaced out apart. I mean, that fight with Roxanne, I felt like that one was a lot more competitive than people gave it credit for. I felt like that was one that a couple extra shots in, that one could have gone either way. When you've had these competitive fights, I mean, you go back to the gym, you talk with the coaches, I'm sure you watch some tape. What are you taking from it, and just where are you at right now? Because obviously, like you said, you want to get this slump back, you want to get back to business.
I think what I've taken out of it is just that I've mentally I've been I guess having doubts and issues, when I'm in there. Um, and I feel like I've been giving all these fighters like so much credit, and I'm like not really believing in myself fully. When I know I'm just as well rounded, I'm just as talented, I'm just as great on the ground, and. But it's like I'm not utilizing all of my abilities and everything that I'm capable of. Um, and I think it just, I mean, it's just time to turn it up, and crank my training up and do everything right. Um, I feel like I've gotten away from some things that I was really good at before that people haven't seen me do in a while. So I'm trying to just get back to the old me and, stop fighting so, cautious, which is what I've said the last couple of times, or the last time that we talked too, I think, it's like I get in there and I'm giving so much respect. I had a couple of opportunities in that fight with like Roxy, like I clinched her and then like I tossed her onto the ground. And then instead of capitalizing on that, I'm like, no, wait, don't go down to the ground with her, and I psyched myself out. I'm like, I could have capitalized and who knows what could have happened. I could have gotten on top. I could have controlled her for that round. I could have scored big on the cards. Who knows? But I've been taking myself out of the fight because I've only been relying on keeping it standing and striking, and I've been avoiding wrestling and clinching and grappling, which I'm great at, and I know that. And like when I'm in the gym, I see that. It's like it all comes back, and I'm like, okay, I got to stop being so defensive, and I got to start being offensive again.
Can I ask, where do you think that doubt, that just disconnect is coming from? Is it just some frustration? Is it a little, the L's, are they just weighing in on you a little bit? Like, what do you think that's from?
I think the L's definitely weigh in a lot, um, and I think a lot of it is just I haven't. Um, I mean, I've been getting great training, but there's a lot of things that I've got, like I said, I've gotten away from, that I'm kind of used to doing in my training camps. Specific types of drills and stuff, clinch work, just grinding and even sparring more. I'm not saying get out there and spar like 100% or whatever, but I definitely need to be doing a whole lot more sparring and just being pushed the way that I guess I used to be pushed, and I feel like I'm getting that right now actually, and I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping to be, hoping to show that to everybody come December 12th.
Gotcha. To change gears a little bit, I know I don't have to tell you this. I'm sure the media day they're gonna bring it up. That it's been three straight. I mean, is this? I hate to say it so bluntly, but are you feeling that do or die kind of feeling going into this one, considering the numbers?
Man, I don't like to think like that. I mean, yeah, that's something to. I don't think it's gonna be do or die. I mean, I feel like um, it definitely doesn't look good. I definitely don't need another loss. I mean, I don't think that it just means that I'm gonna get cut or whatever if I have another loss. But I don't want another loss, man. I want to go out there and I want to get this win. I can't even think about that. Like I don't even want to put that thought and doubt into my mind because I've had doubt in my mind for the past couple of fights. And like I just want to go out there and I'm only thinking about getting my hand raised and getting that win, and that's all that I'm trying to see. So like you know those
I,
three on me, and it's time to turn a page.
I understand. I understand. Well, let's talk about some positive. Gillian Robertson, coming up. She's on a two-fight win streak. How do you feel you match up with her?
I think it's a great matchup. I'm really excited because, I mean, I know she's going to come at me, and she's going to try to wrestle and take me down. And um, her striking is not the greatest, so I feel like I should be able to see, when she's going to be like, when she's going to like take those takedowns. I know she likes to shoot off jab, off a hook, so I got to be prepared for that. But at the same time, it's like, she shoots on me, I sprawl. I'm not just gonna climb back to my feet. I'm planning on doing some damage while I'm down there this time. I'm going to work, and I'm gonna make her carry me. And that's a lot of what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on being offensive. I'm gonna pressure her, and I'm gonna make her worry about what I'm good at.
Absolutely. Andrea, we're at that part. Since it's you and I, obligatory cowboy hat question. When did you? I know you're from the South and everything, so I'm assuming it wasn't uncommon to see people rocking them. Do you remember when you first kind of were like, you know what, this is gonna be my look when you started rocking it a bit?
Yeah, that was actually something that me and my ex-husband decided upon. And he actually, because we are, I'm from the South, and I mean, I used to wear, I mean, like I had never owned like a real felt hat, until I got with him, because all of my hats were always straw hats. I always liked the straw hats. I thought those were cute. I thought those looked good on me. And then I got a felt hat, and I really like, I really ended up like falling in love with that. Um, but yeah, I give credit to Donnie for that, because he was like, people, in this sport, there is, you kind of got to stand out, and people started to recognize me not by my name, just by the girl with the hat. Oh, the girl with the hat, the girl with the hat. And I mean, like, it really, like, I didn't realize and recognize it at first. I mean, honestly, I mean, I kind of thought it was silly at first, but then I'm like, okay, yeah, I like, representing the South, and I've always liked to wear a cowboy hat, but I didn't think that like wearing a cowboy hat, like to walk out in, was going to be like a big deal. But then it actually started to make sense, because people started to remember the fighter with the cowboy hat. And
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 here
now
we are.
here we are today, and everybody hates it when I don't have my cowboy hat, because they want to take a picture with me and them with the hat on. I prefer to have it on whenever I do the face offs.
uh,
Um,
uh,
Standing on the scale, it's kind of hard to do that, because it shadows the face. And I've had like some pictures. I had a badass picture um, of me in Chile. It was my UFC debut, and I was holding up the flag, but the lights like shadowed with the hat, and it covered my face was black. It looked like a cool picture, but my face was like black, like you couldn't even see who I was, other than the fact that I'm wearing a cowboy hat.
Cowboy Cerrone has that problem too. Like he had
Yeah,
some epic pictures for his fight with Connor, and we're like, Cowboy, you look like a video game character we haven't unlocked yet. Your face is too dark, so.
I haven't unlocked yet.
Yes, like for real. It's like we haven't unlocked Cowboy for Saturday apparently, but no, I hear what you're saying. I'll go back and look, but I was like, you know what? I feel like we haven't seen her as much with it, so just wanted to ask. Andrea, just final thing, what can fans look forward to from you on December 12th?
Exciting fight. That's what they can look forward to. It's I'm gonna bring it. I mean, I think I froze up in that last fight. I gave Roxy a whole lot of respect, and I didn't let the trigger go. I didn't let it go. So this time I plan on letting it go, and hopefully you'll see a new Andrea.
Well, I am looking forward to it. Thank you for the time. Best of luck. And guys, once again, Andrea Lee versus Gillian Robertson, UFC 256 on December 12th.
Yes. Thank you, guys.